The new year begins with COVID cases rapidly increasing, the Omicron variant causing a spike in cases right around the holidays. 2.2 million cases reported in the final week of 2021, nearly 4 Americans testing positive every second. Austin Public Health says at its testing sites, 1 out of 4 people have positive results. On Thursday, over 1,800 tests were administered. But tests are becoming more and more difficult to find, and long lines stretching for blocks at sites that are open. KVUE's Mike Maroot joins us now. And Mike, one Central Texas county has called on families to conserve COVID-19 testing. How are they doing this?
Well, Jake, Fayette County wants households that have multiple people sick to assume the illness is COVID-19 if one sick person tests positive in the home. For weeks, lines for COVID-19 testing have wrapped around buildings and wound around parking lots across Central Texas.
If you have symptoms, you should stay home, get tested.
Even hospitals putting out a warning to not go to the ER just for a COVID-19 test. Texas politicians in D.C. saw this run too as the year ended.
The other part of it that I'm more distressed by is apparently the shortage and lack of access to testing.
In Fayette County, health leaders asking families to take a novel approach.
If a whole household has similar symptoms and someone from that household tests positive, many doctors are going to recommend just considering everyone a presumed positive.
According to Fayette County's Chief of Emergency Management, presumed positive is essentially the same as someone who actually tests positive in terms of recommendations and treatment.
There's no necessarily reason to go waste test, expose a tester to your germs, none of those things. So it's one of those kind of common sense approaches I think will make this a little bit better.
Craig Moreau added cases will be underrepresented, but says the most telling number to watch will be hospitalizations. As Fayette County has a larger senior population, a lot of homes have multiple generations living in them, which makes it hard to isolate and protect the most vulnerable population.
They're the ones that we really worry about, and our decision-making tree revolves around that elderly population much more so than it does around someone who's not near as vulnerable.
Despite Fayette County being so rural, the Chief of Emergency Medical Services and Emergency Management told me they've seen a huge spike in the proportional number of cases, with the Omicron variant making up about 85 to 90% of the new COVID-19 positive tests out there. Jake?
That's an important message tonight for people to know as we continue to see a nationwide shortage of those tests. Mike Maroot reporting for us tonight. Thanks, Mike.